What's up, guys? Hey, this is Christian Brindle with Six Figure Medicare Agent. Hope this video finds you doing well. And we're back with another video. Today, guys, we're going to talk about how to tell if an FMO is good to work with. And there's so many good FMOs out there. Really, in my opinion, I do believe that a majority of FMOs are good FMOs. There are a few bad apples out there for sure. But really what it comes down to 9 times out of 10, in my opinion, is how good of a fit somebody is with you and your business and your dreams and your ambitions. As a business owner, as an agent, as a salesperson, as an entrepreneur. And not every FMO is going to be perfect. In fact, no FMO is going to be perfect. Different FMOs are going to give you different strengths and weaknesses. They all have something unique, in my opinion, that they bring to the table. And what you need to determine as an agent is which one is going to align the most with your principles and your ideas and everything that you're trying to accomplish and kind of what is important to you at where you're at in your journey, right? A new agent is not going to need the same type of support as a 10-year veteran, right? It's just not the same level of thinking there and the same level of support that somebody's going to need. But we're going to get into that in just a second here. Before I jump into this topic, I want to talk to you guys about my favorite telemarketing lead company, and that is, of course, Lead Heroes. Guys, Lead Heroes has got you covered when it comes to telemarketing leads, whether it be final expense leads, turn 65 leads, Medicare supplement leads. I feel like they just got something for everybody. Just because you watch this video, they're going to give you 10% off any order you make on their website. The link to their website can be found down in the description of this video, along with the coupon code you can use at checkout for 10% off any order. So go ahead and check them out and give them a try in 2021. All right, guys, FMO. Okay, first of all, let's define what an FMO is. An FMO is defined, an FMO is short for Field Marketing Organization. That's what it is. Field Marketing Organization. Now, what does that mean? Really, what an FMO can best be described as, there's 2 lines of thinking with this. To me, I look at an FMO as a top of hierarchy, right? A top of hierarchy, but really what they can really be best described as is a recruiting organization, an organization that contracts agents, insurance agents in their hierarchies. We've talked about this before in this channel. The insurance business is very much like an MLM thing, like you typically aren't going to get yourself in a very good position if you're not contracted with an FMO, unless you can be big enough to be direct to the carrier and be the FMO yourself. Now, you can be under another FMO and still be an FMO, right? There's tons of FMOs that don't have direct contracts with every single insurance company, every single carrier, to which they might have to contract under another FMO that might have more leverage or pull with that particular carrier, right? But they can get pretty close to being that top level. So the term FMO is irrelevant to me, right? I feel like the term FMO could mean so many things to so many different people. The definition has been lost in translation, really. What I would look at as an FMO is, this is my opinion. I think what I'd look at as an FMO is the top of hierarchy, right? The person that's going to be at the top, the organization that's going to be your top of hierarchy FMO, who you're contracted with. Now, it gets a little tricky because if you're a new agent and you contract directly to an FMO, there's some things you got to know. Usually a new agent is going to contract with some smaller organizations that are in between the FMO, right? If someone has an SGA contract, an MGA contract, or maybe even a GA contract, and a street level agent or a new agent is contracted underneath some of those individuals, usually their point of contact is that person that's in between them and the FMO. They're not really going to deal with the FMO themselves. But if they're a street level agent and they contract direct with the FMO, that doesn't really always bode well for that new agent. And this is why. The very, very large FMOs, right? And I'm not going to use any names, but the very, very large FMOs typically work with tens of thousands of agents across the country. They are really freaking busy, and they're not really going to take time to individually train every single agent one by one. They can't do it. There's not enough hours in the day. A lot of these groups have 100 employees, 150 employees. It's still not enough for them to just specifically handhold every single agent. They can't do it, guys, and it's okay. We don't need to beat up on them for it. Now, what you should look for in an FMO, in my opinion, should be a couple of different things. Number one, you have to isolate where you're at in your business. If you're a brand new agent and you just got licensed, you probably don't want to contract directly with a giant top of hierarchy organization. It's not going to hurt you at all to contract under somebody in between you and this giant FMO, right? Maybe a smaller FMO, whatever you want to call it. Somebody that might have a little bit more time to work with you. An organization that might have 100 agents, 500 agents, 800 agents, something like that. And even sometimes those can have trouble just training you one-on-one. But they are going to probably have more time to work with you one-on-one and directly than the giant FMO who's the top of hierarchy. So a person that's a new agent is going to have different needs than a person that's a seasoned agent. The person that's the new agent is going to essentially need lots of hand-holding, lots of training. They need to know everything. They need to know about leads. They need to know about marketing. They need to learn about how to work hard. They need to know about the products. They need to know about the carriers. They need to know everything. And the FMO is going to have resources for those kind of things. They're going to have articles. They're going to have trainings. They're going to have webinars. Those things are valuable. They are very valuable. But sometimes a new agent needs some direction. Sometimes a new agent needs a little bit of love, a little bit of one-on-one. And so if you're a new agent, that's probably what you need to look for, which you're usually going to find by contracting but under somebody that's in between you and this top of hierarchy FMO. If you contract directly to the FMO, there's a good chance that you will fall between the cracks as a new agent. It's just the truth. Now, if you're a 10-year seasoned agent, you're making a very good living, your business is established, you have agents already under you, you don't need that hand-holding. You don't need that training. What you need is other types of support. You need marketing dollars, right? You need top contracts. You need the ability to grow. You need recruiting support. You need all of these things, right? You need an organization that's going to help you get your contracts in order, right? Make sure that all the contracts are set up exactly the way they're supposed to and the hierarchies are aligned with you and your organization. So it's just different needs. The answer to this question is really going to depend on where you're at in your journey. You can't compare your beginning to another person's halfway point or another person's finish line. You just can't do it. My friend Galen Hendricks, the queen of the bundle, she always says I'm an overnight 30-year success or a 30-year overnight success or whatever the case might be. She's been building for 30 years. Her needs today, or what she is today, is not who she was 30 years ago. And it's normal, it's natural, it's okay. I'm not who I was my day one. What I need out of somebody for me to contract under is not the same as what I need day one. So it depends on where you're at in your business. If you're a new agent, you should value training, support, attention, people touching you, someone that's going to help hold you accountable. Those things matter. Training, guidance, learning, knowledge. That's what you need as a new agent. Now, that being said, if you want to build your own business, if you want to build a clientele, if you want to build your own agency, you have to not sell out for free leads or, super trainings or the done for you stuff or anything like that with the promise of all of that given to you. And in exchange, you have to give up a lot of your commissions. There are some groups out there that will want you to sign captive agent contracts or licensed only or LOA contracts, which essentially mean that all of your commissions get assigned to your upline and then they pay you. That's fine if you're taking a job. That's fine if you're taking an actual position with a very established organization. LOA is not a bad thing, but if you go into it with the perspective and the mindset that you want to be a business builder, that you want to be an agency owner, and you get blindsided and given an LOA contract and you didn't think you were, if you're not being paid direct, those are not good things. That's not going to bode well for you. So make sure of that. Make sure you understand how that's being set up. But value training, value knowledge. Don't chase free leads. Anytime an organization is typically promising free leads that I have observed, I'm sure there's some exceptions to this, but I've usually observed it's usually 5-year-old age direct mail leads or, super old. Like it ends up just being the same as cold calling. You're calling data almost. If you keep all your commissions, you can buy your own leads and they're going to be better quality. Don't just chase free leads. I can tell you that. Now, if you're an established business builder, you probably need to be direct to an FMO. If you're already to a point where you have 100 agents, you have a lot of revenue, you have a lot of clients, it's probably best for you to be direct to an FMO, because then there's no one in between you. You can have the ability to move up in your contracts as you're able to qualify for higher commission schedules and higher commission contracts. You're going to get more direct support from the FMO. You're going to be able to get more access to marketing dollars and things like that. So it just depends on what you need and where you're at in your journey. So in my opinion, if you're established, value entrepreneurship, value marketing dollars, value someone that's going to get behind you and help give you the resources, technology tools. If you have to pay for Sunfire, you're with the wrong FMO. Any FMO, in my opinion, that is worth their salt will give you Sunfire, CSG, all of that for free. Any integrity marketing company is going to give you CSG, Sunfire, Connecture for free. So that technology tool, whether you're new or established, you need to be able to get for free. Technology tools are important. Something like Medicare Center is important to have. All of our agents get it for free because we're in the integrity marketing camp. I've heard some things about certain groups that make you pay for those things monthly, like $200-300 a month. That's bull, guys. Don't pay for that stuff. Value marketing dollars if you're an established business owner. Value the co-op dollars. Value those kind of conversations and the ability to give you top-line contracts when you qualify for them. Those are going to bode well for you guys. So it's going to depend on your journey. Evaluate where you're at. Look yourself in the mirror. Find out what you need. Find an upline that's going to coincide with what you need by what they bring to the table and what strengths they have. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I could talk about this topic for an hour, but for the sake of time, we got to cut it off. Do me a favor, if you enjoyed this video, drop a like on the video, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell if you enjoyed this video, comment on what your thoughts are. What do you value in an FMO? I'd love to have an open dialogue about this. And thanks so much for watching this video, guys. Here's to your success and your abundance. Thanks, guys.